I'm Vicar of St Agnes Church here in St Paul's in Bristol. Today is the 77th anniversary of Windrush. We celebrated the coming of all those people between 1948 up to the present day, where people have been coming along to support rebuilding of this country, particularly from 1948, on the invitation of the British government.
Windrush! Windrush! We are rush now! All right, everybody!
And this morning in our service we celebrated all together the beauty of the variety and diversity of this community and the contribution that people from those countries who came over here in that Windrush period, who've made such a difference, who've been trailblazers and who've inspired us and helped us to be where we are today. I'm very grateful for them. This morning we had Barbara Dettering in the congregation. Her picture's on the wall by the playground, a big mural there. But she's somebody who's made a massive contribution to the community here in Bristol. For those of us who've come into different institutions, and like for me being in the Church of England, having people who've broken through that ceiling of being able to make a difference in their communities, it gives us real courage to push through when we find things are difficult as well.
Why it's important to me is it's a day to remember my grandmother and my mum. So they're all from the Windrush generation, so they're not with us at the moment. So today I get to honour them and respect them today. And I feel that they were courageous to come all the way here to a place that they weren't really accepted, pretty much excluded and treated very badly. But they still paved their way, and we have the benefit of that, and we're a very lucky generation.
Come! Get around the Windrush! Respect! Get around, get around! All you people waking up, we've been awake a long time. You see that man how him dress smart? It comes from the Windrush generation! Yes! He was a man!
My mother is from Montego Bay in Jamaica, St. James. My father is from Hanover, Lucy. And they came here. They did what they needed to do to help the country build itself, and they put their hard work into it. And sometimes it's not recognized.
Oh, there's lessons to be learned, absolutely. I feel that racism and discrimination is still very much alive in our community. Unfortunately, it also sits really well within institutions. And also we need allies to make sure that we level up and recognise the hard work, the commitment that our elders have brought, because without them we would not be here today. We would not have the opportunities that we have right now. So all I can say is bless up, bless up.
I'm born in this country, and we still feel that kind of way. A certain way, like we don't belong. But we belong here because they asked us to come here. So that's what it is. I'm cool with it because I can deal with it, but not everyone can deal with it because it impacts on your mental health. And the mental well-being, this is where it comes from. And you know, this Steppin Sisters group, what Sophie's contributed to and set up, that it's a good thing that she's doing.
Many came to work in the hospital and other jobs, and you know, they contributed a lot to this country, and it's important that we remember what they did, even though that there were difficulties. And I suppose you heard about when they wanted places to live, there was no dogs, no Irish, and what's the other one?
Blacks.
And no blacks. Yes? But, you know, they stayed through all those testing times, and many have made good of a bad situation. So us as a different, the other generation, hopefully can improve on where they started, where we picked up, and the children after myself. Sometimes it's a bitter pill to swallow or for individuals to hear, but it was experienced by black people. You have to be prepared to hear that we felt it, we were hurt by it, but we want to make amends. And we can only do that if we do it together and not keep drifting apart.
I think there's still lots of work that needs to be done around unity and community cohesion. What's so evident but from the Windrush community, they looked after one another, they cared for each other when they came here. They built community. They were away from home and they built community where they were. And what we're trying to do here at St Agnes is to build community.
My name is Irvin Campbell, and what brought me here today is to be part of the celebration of the Windrush, the walk-in group, Steppin Sistas, Steppin Brothers, and just a beautiful community gathering, really.
It's unity in it. It's united, and it must be good. It's been sociable, and it's community. And people always get together, and that must be a good thing. Yes, there's always many things to learn. Yes, learn to live together as one. Learn to live as one.
There's nothing stronger than a community, a strong community. When you have a strong community then, and a nice cohesion, cohesive group of people, and I think it just brings people together. One of the biggest things for me, and certainly the generation, is really understanding how much of a sacrifice and that our parents and that generation made for us and paved the path for us, the way for us now. They're pioneers, It's only when we get a bit older we understand the legacy that they've left. And it's a beautiful legacy, great legacy, so for us to then to build on, so yeah.
The Windrush is very important for me, as my mother came over during the Windrush. She came over as a nurse, so I'm here to celebrate, her hard work she's done. She's still with us, and it's just a lovely day to do that, the Windrush Day. We have to carry on the legacy as well. This is important as well, this day, because it brings, as you can see, it's just brought all the community together, which is like, we've got about 5-6 different generations here, so we're all Windrush people. We need to just try and live in peace. A lot is still needed to be learned from the Windrush generation. I think we need to carry the legacy on. We need to teach our children more about their history and the Windrush. Our grandparents, our Windrush parents, they came, they had a hard time, and it's about living in peace and respecting their wishes as well, because that's how they grew us. It's great to keep celebrating that yearly, and that's from my heart. I want to just celebrate it because I'm so grateful, for everything, what we have.
He said it as it was, not in the English rhyme. What do we like? Windrush! What do we like? Windrush! Can't hear you! Windrush! What do we like? Windrush! All right, let's go!
Sometimes in the world we all feel like we're not necessarily welcomed in places, and a lot of people who came over from with the Windrush generation, they came to the mother church thinking that they were going to be welcomed, because back in wherever they were in the West Indies, the Anglican church was their mother church. They came here expecting the welcome, and for many people they were rejected. And so I want to say, you know, that as a Church of England minister, a priest here in the Church of England, I'm really sorry that that happened and that people were rejected and turned away. You're welcome here.
We had this day, the Windrush Day, in this park, and you know, the community opened up the church and the park and everything that we can do, what we need to do here. It's lovely. It's a step forward, and more of this would be greatly appreciated.
I've lived in St Paul's since about 1971. Married a Jamaican man. I've all my children here, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and I've always loved living in St Paul's. The community's good. You know, we always help each other and we're all there for each other, you know, and it's just a lovely place to live. And today is an example of it, all the people mixing together of every age, every colour, you know what I mean, every nation, which is really nice, you know.
I've been brought up in this area I came from Jamaica as a young girl, and I've always enjoyed living in the community and getting to know all the people that come into the area, and it's just good to talk and to liaise with everyone because we're all one in the end. We don't need any animosity, just get on as one.
So my name is Tukwase, and I'm here as part of the Steppin Sisters. And we're here to celebrate the Windrush and celebrate our ancestors, the generation who came here, and we're walking on their shoulders. It's about getting the community together and celebrating togetherness, and that's what we're here for. I'm born and grown here in Bristol. I'm a real Bristolian. I've lived there all my life, and actually I used to live here just by where the adventure playground was. That's where my first house was, Newfoundland Road, which is not there anymore.
The older generation was the people, was the glue of everybody really, you know, and that's why it's been such a good community to live in St Paul's with the older people from the Windrush.
Our community is very tight, and you know, it's where we all get together, and what Sophie has really set up is about getting the women to walk to places where they've never seen before, you know, and it's great for your mind and your health and your well-being to be able to go out there and see places and walk together. You know, you go into the elder generation, the younger generation, it's all the generations together, you know, and it's a different site, it's different charities getting together, you know, and the church, the police, you know, we even had the police here today. So this is where Sophie works together, and she gets all people involved, you know, nature, history, wildlife, all of those things.
Now, it's only one lady that has had a dream. Not the dream that Martin Luther King had, but the dream that she had. And she dreamed of this day. But before she dreamed of this day, she dreamed of Steppin Sisters. Free chairs for Steppin Sisters! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
I'm here today enjoying this wonderful event. Steppin Sister, I want to big them up to put on this event. Wonderful event. I want to big up the emergency team. I want to big up all the securities and all the people who turn out today. My name is Norris Brown, a reggae singer from Jamaica, based in Bristol. St. Paul's community is always a community with enjoyment. People always like to come here. Even the St. Paul's Carnival, you know, it's bring a lot of people together. And like this event today, what Steppin Sisters put on for the Windrush generation, it's a big one, and it's well needed for the people, to put the people together. I've been following the Steppin Sisters for time now, and they've been exhaling from step to step, you know.
Steppin Sisters was a dream that came true. And she didn't finish that, she went back to sleep. And she had another dream. And she dreamed of the Windrush. And here we are today on the Windrush event. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! So, have you had a good time? Yes? Afro Mermaid, she loves everyone. Say hello to everyone. Wave! That's it. Keep waving. Fantastic. So earlier I did the walk and I was leading with my 10-foot puppet, Afro Lena, and it was amazing. Everyone was behind and we were walking just to celebrate our ancestry. My name's Carol Sherman and I do Afrocentric art, and today I'm at the Windrush event here with the Steppin Sisters, who I've been on a walk with in nature, and before I wouldn't go because it was too nerve-wracking, and Sophie Brown organised that, and then she's organised this event and it's to celebrate the Windrush, and I love it, I love it. I'm one of the generations that have come to this universe because my parents came here on the Windrush as well, and they came from London and I now live here, and I create Afrocentric puppets so the kids can also see a bit of my culture, because at all the events I go to there's lots of things but none of my Jamaican cultural things.
Well, music always a therapy for people going through stress.
Are you ready, ma'am? Anything you want, we're gonna keep this for you.
People feeling unhappy. Music is happiness, and music brings people together. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to get the community together.
So today's been a massive success, and as always Sophie has knocked it out the park. There are so many people from all different communities, which is great, but what's really important is that we're here to recognise the hard work of our Windrush generation, and it was really nice to see some of them here today, and just to see so many happy people all together. So I appreciate the space, I appreciate the energy that Sophie brings to this, and we all love and respect her, our Sophie Brown.
I'm on camera now.